up, everybody? Sean Sheehan here, and I'm bringing you a video today because Andy Stevenson over on our Patreon asked for him, and we're going to be trying to improve and do more videos over the next while. Obviously, where's my mic? with this Patreon thing going now, we're going to be able to, you know, invest in a little bit more equipment and stuff like that, and we don't have the facilities at the moment to bring you much stuff. As you can see here, I'm fucking throwing in my room with my Scotland flag in the background of my Limerick FC thing, and it's not exactly ideal, but I'll throw a few things together over the next few weeks for everyone, and let me know if you like them, if you want to see more, and I definitely will. Today I'm just going to pull out my phone. I'm going to answer a few of the questions that were given in for the podcast. Obviously we didn't have time to get them all, so I'm just gonna talk about them a little bit and see where we go from there. As I said, let me know if you like it. Thanks everyone as well for signing up so far. Obviously, there's no point me saying patreon.com/SevereMMA podcast because everyone watching this is already on Patreon. But yeah, tell a friend anyway. Alright, the first one I'm going to get to here is from my man Mr. Podge. He asked about the Reebok deal. When it's over, what will the MMA market look like? Will anyone be left? It's an interesting thing because remember when Reebok came to the UFC first, everyone was saying like, oh, all these sponsors will move to Bellator, that's where they're all going to live now, and they have a good few of them, like you see, like the dynamic fasters and all them, but it's not what it used to be. Like, it's not what it used to be in the UFC. That, you know, I'm sure the guys are still getting, you know, good sponsorships and everything like that, but just naturally the amount of fights in Bellator is way less compared to the UFC, and they just can't be, simply isn't enough spaces there. So that's not going to help, not just the apparel but the sponsorship thing. Now, if you're talking about apparel itself, you know, are the UFC going to want to sign with Reebok again? And are Reebok going to want to sign with the UFC again? Because they've basically not noted this, only bad publicity, to be honest. Has this actually helped Reebok? Like, would MMA fans be more inclined to buy Reebok now than they would have been, what was it, 3 years ago, whatever it was? Yeah, I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. So I really don't think it's good. When the Reebok deal is up, that's actually a great question, because I don't know. I don't know. Usually when these deals end, you think they'll re-sign with the same person because that relationship is there. Like this Fox deal, I think they'll probably end up with Fox again with the TV deals, and you know, the changes do happen, but they maybe don't happen that often. But with this one, I just can't see it going on, you know. And I don't know, maybe it's time for someone bigger to come in. Maybe, you know, maybe if McGregor's back kind of fighting regularly and, you know, looking good, then maybe someone want to do it then, you know, to have him alone. Like, that Reebok deal was a pure rob, to be honest, like, when they got it. But it's gone so badly, it kind of wasn't, you know, so it's a difficult one, really. But, like, you know, if someone like Nike wanted to partner with McGregor, it'd nearly be worth their time just partnering with the UFC. They obviously have a tremendous PR group and all that, so, you know, I think if they wanted to do it, maybe it'd be a thing. But it's going to be tough to know where they're actually going to go from over here. So yeah, I suppose wait and see. Next one here, Mr. Podge. This is going to probably be a Mr. Podge section every week if I do it, or every couple of weeks. So yeah, Mr. Podge again. If he asked about Johnny Hendricks. If Johnny Hendricks can make 170 again, is he still top 10 in that division? Is it normal for the UFC to help fighters like this? I know they did it with Gastelum. He quoted a tweet from Brett I can never say his name. Brett Okamoto. Ran into Johnny Hendricks in Las Vegas today. He's spending time at the UFC PI, strength and conditioning and nutrition planning. Not even signed to UFC right now, but they invited him out. He's considering 170 again. Yeah, they have done it in the past, the UFC. Yeah, and, like, I think they will do it for everyone now because of the UFC PI. If you can make it out to the UFC PI and you're a UFC fighter, they'll help you out. And Johnny's but it sounds like Johnny's a free agent, and yeah, they've no problem helping him out. Would he be top 10 again in that division? No, I don't think so. I think his time has passed now. I think the game kind of has moved on a little bit. Someone actually asked me to do maybe a fight recap of Hendricks versus GSP, and I think I will do that, but it'll be probably a few weeks time, because the big UFC pay-per-views come up, and I have a few things planned for that. And actually, I'll say it to you here, because obviously you're the people. WrestleMania week, I have a couple of things planned for that. Maybe a few Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey fight rewatches. So the people seem to like them so far. So I'm going to keep doing them. But yeah, I think on WrestleMania week I'll do that. So I'll probably be maybe after that. Then I might do GSP versus Hendricks. But yeah, no, I don't think Hendricks can get back in there. I think he got to the top. Sorry, I'm sniffly. I think I have a bit of flu coming on. he got to the top. He was a champion, and it's tough for me to see him reaching that again. You know, I find it very hard to see it. There's a question there about Joe Duffy, and he signed with Ali Abdelaziz, and is this a good or bad move for Joe? I was talking to someone about, I won't mention who they were, just because it was a private conversation, but I was talking to them about this, and they told me, they said, yeah, okay, Ali, we've heard all the, all the allegations and all the stories written about him and everything, but have you ever really heard any of these fighters talking bad about him? I can't really remember. All the fighters with him seem to try to love him, and it's a ruthless game, and if you're a fighter, you're probably thinking, this guy's, look at all these fighters, they're thriving, and why wouldn't I want to get that? So you can understand it from Joe Duffy's point of view. He's probably going to take a bit of abuse for it, because we know the situation with Ali and with McGregor and with the Irish people. I was giving Ali abuse, and I think Ali's probably given abuse to Ireland before as well. So, you can definitely see that. But yeah, look, for his career, it's probably a good move. For PR, maybe not a great move, but at the moment, maybe Joe Duffy is, is happy enough with, improving the career rather than the PR at this stage. How big will Cyborg versus Nunes be if Nunes wins her next fight? Yeah, we talked about this a little bit in the podcast about that fight not making sense. My whole thing about Pennington and Nunes is, you're risking the Cyborg fight, but maybe then if Nunes does win, you're actually risking making it bigger. So, but you're not really. I honestly don't think it changes. I think it's as big now, to be honest, as it would be in 6 months after that fight. Mr. Podge again, legend. There's someone tweeted Chris Taylor about sources saying Yoel Romero vs Robert Whittaker is a done deal for Chicago. And Mr. Podge asks, is this another classic case of them booking the venue before the event with Australia or Florida would be better? Yeah, it is, but Florida is a terrible market, and I think they hate going there, so you can see the reason for that. And they just went with an event to Australia for Robert Whittaker, and he got injured. So are you going to provide him with that event again? I find it hard to see. I understand them. They obviously, and someone followed up by asking about CM Punk. Yeah, I think CM Punk will probably be on that card as well. So that's just the way it is, I think. But I'm okay with it. I think Whittaker got his chance, and he didn't really. He wasn't able to take it, obviously. Just looking through a few more here. Irish MMA asked about Will Fleury against Fabian Edwards. I was talking to someone about Fabian Edwards again today, and I actually went back and watched a few of his fights that someone sent me. Let me just fix this light here. And he's very, very good, and Will Fleury is very, very good as well. But I think Graham said it on the podcast, why would you match them up now? Why would you try to kill not a contender, but an up and coming guy like that? There's no need for it. Let them fight in the UFC down the line. I think if they get to that, if they get to that standard. But like Graham said it as well, and I've said it loads of times. It's not padding your record to avoid a fight like that. It's just intelligence. Fight good guys, but there's no need to fight an up and coming really great guy. If you're either of those guys. So, I saw actually Fabian Edwards called out Alex Lahore today. Oh God, I'd love to see that fight. That's another tough fight for him, which he'd probably be better off maybe avoiding, but I'd like that. One or two more here. Yeah, Shane Kiley asked about CM Punk as a co-main. Yeah, so your man, the Geordie Shore dude has been kind of has been hinted at something, but I don't think it'll be it. But imagine if it was. I think it'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know, maybe not. SevereMMA as well asked about Dylan Dennis. Will there be a big overreaction to if he loses his debut? There probably will, yeah, but that's just kind of the way things go in MMA. It's interesting to see how he'll look, because we've seen good jiu-jitsu guys come in like Ryan Hall and stuff like that, and he's looked pretty good. He's been able to bring his jiu-jitsu game into the way he fights, and look at Brian Ortega as well. But then you see the likes of Cron Gracie, who he's won all these fights, I believe, yeah, but he's very much old school high Gracie jiu-jitsu sort of stuff. So it's interesting to see how Dennis will look. He's obviously training with SPG now and stuff, and John Cav is usually a guy that doesn't let a guy in and fight like that unless he's happy with him. So hopefully he will be. And actually, John Kavanagh posted a picture of Carl Moore's in SPG now as well, so that's big for Carl Moore going into his title fight at Cage Warriors for the Cage Warriors heavyweight title. So that's always good for him. Right, that's it. If anyone wants to flake in a few questions in our Patreon or over at our Twitter at SevereMMA Pod, flake them in there, and I'll answer them during the week or whatever. If you're one of our $20 subscribers, you get a big topic every week. So, every month. So, MMASevere@gmail.com, or you can message us here even, and we'll do it. We've done one so far, but there's a few more that people have to send them in. So if you want to send them in anytime at all, send them in, and we'll get them done. As I said, new podcast, actually, if you haven't seen it yet, it was just posted last night. We posted it in our usual feed where it's free for everyone, and we posted here as well in our Patreon premium feed, so that, you know, if you just want to have the premium feed, now you can listen to the main podcast, which is obviously free to everyone, and then all of this stuff as well, all in the same place. So we're going to keep uploading it there, just to make it easier for everyone. As I said, thanks again to everyone for tuning in. Thanks for signing up for Patreon. Delighted to have you, and tell a friend. Good luck.